3D Happy Llamakah Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hello everybody, in today's video I have my Hanukkah design for this year, and I always do a Hanukkah design every year, so I'll put links to past ones in the description box below. This time I decided to go a little bit more on the funny side of things and write Happy Llamakah across the top of the nail and then have a llama with a Llamakah on the 3D elements of it. I do have some of Madam Glam's Advent Calendar colors in this. I've been using a bunch of these. It's just so fun to use the little mini ones. I think they're so cute. So I will put all the links to all of those in the description box below and what colors I used and all that fun stuff. So check that out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
I began with an overlay of clear acrylic. Like I said, I wanted to use some of the Madam Glam Advent Calendar colors. So just an overlay of clear is all that is needed in the background. Otherwise, if you wanted to do a sculpt in the background and do some color, you could do just about anything. A nice cover pink, I think, would kind of do the job for this one. I wanted the background to be fairly subdued, and then the llama and the words Happy Llamakah to really stand out against that background. So then file the nail into shape with your E-file. I started out with a coarse bit to remove any bulk and then went to a finer bit just to smooth out the surface area and make it really easy to paint on top of. And then after you have all of that done, I'm going to be painting 2 coats of the color Envy, which is a little bit on like a, I don't know, it's like a darker nude color. And so there's the first coat and there's the second coat. The coverage on this is phenomenal. If you guys can't tell on the video, it's absolutely gorgeous. Then with black paint, I'm going to be writing Happy Llamakah across the top of the nail. So I started out in about the middle of the nail with the second A. So I have A, K, and then add the second, or the, I guess I started with the middle A. There's 3. I said 2, but there's actually 3. Then add the third A, and then finish with the H, and then add an exclamation point, and then go back and finish off with an M, and then another A, and then 2 L's. And then after I had done this, I actually decided that my lettering was a little off-center, which I'm typically pretty good about, but every once in a while things go awry. And when that happens, it's pretty easy to fix it. In this case, I just added a couple extra exclamation points at the end, and it was just fine. So, you know, you never know what's going to happen, but just go ahead and add a couple extra exclamation points. And then I'm going to write Happy above it. And I wanted to have 2 slightly different fonts. They're both an all capital font, but the Hanukkah was a bit more of a classic font, and the Happy is just a little bit more tall, skinny, a little more modern. I think having multiple writing styles just makes the design a little bit more interesting. Sorry about that. I am going to probably lose my voice by the end of this. After that, apply a layer of gel sealer over the whole thing, and then we're going to begin sculpting the llama. So since my background is a little bit on the darker side, I wanted my little llama to be bright white, at least in the majority. So add that nice long skinny neck that they have, and then the body going off to the side a little bit. I didn't do the entire llama, just kind of a head and torso, and then add the head of your llama going off to one side. And if you wanted to add some of the colorations on your llama with acrylic, you can take a cover pink or a tan acrylic and add some different highlights and shadows and such. I decided that I wanted to do my fur coloration more with gel polish than with acrylic so that I could match the background perfectly. So I just held off on doing anything else to this guy at the moment. I did add just a touch of a cream color to the nose just to darken the nose area and blend that out a little bit. But other than that, I did not. So then with blue acrylic, I sculpted my llama's talent and the Llamakah, and also a blanket that was laying across his back. So start just like that, and with this part of the blue acrylic, it's a darker blue, which means that you have a chance of staining your white acrylic. Anytime you're working with a darker color on top of a very pale color like white or cover pink or something, you need to be very cautious that you try to keep your acrylic exactly where you want to place it, and you don't, let it spread and then try to tuck it back in, because you're going to have staining and it's just going to be kind of a mess. So just bear that in mind. And I actually used 2 colors of blue. I used that darker one that I started with, and then now I'm using one that's lighter and kind of a shimmery color. So you can use a couple different shades. Otherwise, you can use all the same shade and just sort of differentiate with stuff later when you add the details. And then add the little Llamakah between the ears up above. And so now I'm going to be adding some shading on my llama with the color Envy, which is the same color I used in the background. Add a little bit in the ears and then kind of on the neck area, and bring that down. And then cure whenever you feel is needed. And then decorate your llama with the colors Royal Blue and Better Than a Sapphire. And these are also from the Madam Glam advent calendar. And the Royal Blue color is a very dark, it's leaning towards indigo, but it's definitely a dark blue. And it adds gorgeous little outlines across every little detail on the sky. And then the Better Than a Sapphire is one of the sparkliest colors I think I have. Not necessarily glittery, but definitely sparkly. It's got so much depth to that color. And then with some more of your than the Royal Blue, I added a little bit of a harness on my llama. And with black paint to just add different features and highlights and details, I added some facial features, a little nose and a little mouth. And then add your llama's eye and just outlines. You don't have to outline everything, but a couple here and there just to make the different details pop is certainly helpful. There's the eye on my llama. Nice long eyelashes. I think that's what always draws me to animals like camels and llamas and giraffes and all those, is they've got the most amazing eyelashes. Add some highlights with white on your llama, and then I added a couple little decorations with white, and I added a Star of David as well. Just like that. Create a triangle that's right side up and then an inverted triangle that are overlapped, which makes a really easy Star of David. And then after you have all of that done, then you can apply a layer of matte top coat over your llama just to seal all of that in. And I would probably use matte gel top coat since there is gel details on there. Otherwise, your top coat and the gel polish kind of disagree on life. After that's cured, you're all done. I hope you guys love this guy as much as I do. Definitely check out my past Hanukkah designs. I have quite a few, or at least a couple in the description box below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!